I came to Bon Air Baptist through North Star. It used to be called Celebrate Recovery. I had a sponsor, and he suggested that I try to find something to increase my spiritual growth. And we were working through the 12 steps, and I felt comfortable at North Star because there was a lot of other people in recovery. I had to be beaten into the point of surrender, where I realized that my ways don't work and that I had to pursue God. At the end for me, my basic wish when I first got started was, oh, please let there be a God, because if there isn't, I was done. I was doomed. My first prayer was, God, I don't believe, and if you do exist, will you please come into my heart and show me that you do exist? And he did. When I first came up to Big Church from North Star, I felt real out of place. I was very judgmental. I felt like other people were going to be judgmental of me. Very quickly with Travis and the other people up at church, though, in our Sunday school class that we joined, Growing in Christ, I found out that it wasn't the church or the people at the church that were being judgmental. It was me. Everything that I was hearing and feeling was about the love and grace and forgiveness of God. And it wasn't at all what I had pictured in my mind of church to be, about rules and judgment and regulations. It was just completely about the grace of God. After I had been around the church in my 12-step group for a couple years, I had been cured of a fatal disease. I had just had so many things happen to me that were so wonderful and God-given. And I was just able to be the person most of the time that I knew that God wanted me to be. But somehow that went to my head, and I ended up falling. I started thinking that it was me and that I had done all this and that I had helped other people so much that I could kind of kick back now that I found my place. And I stopped trying to be of service to others and do all the things that I was doing that ended up getting me where I was. And I ended up, for 3 years, I was in and out of church and putting my family through things that I fell back into my old way of being, and I couldn't get out of it. I had a lot of guilt and shame and remorse, and it kind of kept me trapped. And God has a funny way of reaching in and stopping us from doing certain things. I couldn't stop certain behaviors on my own, and God had someone stop those for me. I had felt from my first experience with God, kind of like I had had my shot, and that maybe I had ruined it, and that was my chance. And but I just did the same exact things that I had done the first time when I came to God, and I hoped and prayed that it would work again, and it ended up I did the exact same things. And he's got involved in church and Sunday school and my meetings and the 12 steps. And God removed all of the things again, and the shame and guilt. And it ended up that, that fall got me closer and tighter with God than I ever would before, because I realized how much I need God. I have to have God in my life in order to survive. There's the biggest blessing in my life comes through me being broken and not able to fix myself. And what that has done is it's made me depend upon God. And He's been able, as long as I leave certain things in His hands, to relieve me of all of those issues. And if I keep my eyes focused on God and the person that He would have me be, then He changes me in ways that I could only dream of. God has given me a life beyond my greatest dreams. I mean, He truly has.